Wavelengths by Jerry Hughes, Episode 9. Christmas is just around the corner, and at Ham Lane Farm the Kennedys are in full preparation for their annual festive bash.
Why is it that fairy lights never work properly from one year to the next? You put them away after 12th night working perfectly, then next year forget it.
We could do with a whole new set of decorations, Neil. Most of these have seen better days.
Where do you want these lights, if I can get them to work, that is?
On the tree?
If you care to look, my sweet, you'll see that the tree is done.
Oh, darling, that looks spectacular. Well done.
I did have a bit of help. Josh the gardener called over earlier and mucked in. Who was that on the phone, by the way, just now?
It was Chance, on his mobile. He's stopping off in Oxford to pick up Lucinda, and they'll be with us at around 10 this evening.
Great, at least that's our two eldest accounted for. What about young Agnes?
I don't know what she's doing, heard nothing. You'll have to have a word with that daughter of ours.
It's not just down to me, you know. Oh, I give up on these lights. I was going to put them around the mantelpiece.
Anyone around? Aunt Agnes, in the main sitting room. I say, as ever you've got this place looking out of this world. Thank you, sweetheart. We've got help. Mrs. Urquhart is in the kitchen, giving it all a good clean before she and the caterers get to work on the party food come the day. Sounds like a hive of activity.
How's Alistair, Agnes?
Oh, yes, now, did you manage to get him an appointment? No need. The whole house rattled suddenly and that was it. Rattled? That was it? What was what? Trapped wind. One good belch is all that was needed. It's not funny, Nina. My ankle could have been seriously ill. So we'll both be here for the party, but for goodness sake, Helen, tell Mrs. Urquhart to keep him well away from the ruddy sprouts. So, with Helen now away on her Christmas leave, are you presenting the PM show, seeing as you're about to take it over permanently?
No, Ray Lucas is in the chair for that.
Oh, that's a bit odd. I would have thought this would be an ideal opportunity to help you get settled in on the show.
Lisa had other ideas.
Oh well.
She wants to test me out on a programme that's less sort of critical, such as The Late Show on the 19th.
Oh, you doing that? You and Lisa not going to Helen's party then?
Oh, yeah, well, Lisa's going, but I will be here.
That doesn't seem fair.
Oh, I don't mind. Quite exciting, really.
If you were my other half, I'd say blow to the Kennedys' party and be there at your side, offering moral support.
I reckon she will be listening in. Helen's party, I think, is just a front. She wants me to think she won't be monitoring me so as not to put me off.
Perhaps.
How about you and Ben? Are you going to Helen's?
Not sure. Ben and I are both working that day, and depending on how soon we finish here will determine whether we actually bother. We might still be here working when you go on here with the Late Show.
Oh, that's a comforting thought.
And if we are, then I'll pop in the studio and see you.
Oh.
At least I'll give you that all-important moral support, Wayne.
There you both go. Festive offering.
Oh, that's extremely kind of you, Maurice.
What's in it?
Oh, take a look. It's a hamper courtesy of Ella, my wife, and her staff at the Fish and Fowl restaurant.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much, Councillor Newbury.
Now then, Mrs. Freeman. Janet, the name is Maurice.
What's this? 6 bottles of wine, 2 white, 2 red and 2 rosé. Good grief.
A hock of ham, biscuits, crackers. My goodness, if we'd known, we'd have got something for you too.
Nonsense. This is our thank you for all the support you and Lionel have given us so far. It's much appreciated.
Well, thanks again, Maurice. Sit down, drink.
Just tea, thanks. Gotta drive back, so I best not chance it on this occasion.
So, did you have a meeting with Anton Venables?
Certainly did. Told him about my idea and he eventually came around to our way of thinking.
It's about you offering our Kevin one of the new houses when the development's done.
Yeah, if it all happens.
Oh, it will, I'm confident of it. We've got government planning policy on our side. The country needs more housing, and Westernfield is a thriving city with a renowned university. The sort of place that people will want to relocate to, given the right sort of property.
Help yourself to milk or sugar, Councillor Maurice.
Oh, thank you very much. Still a long way to go, though. It's certainly no secret that people locally are up in arms about it all. There's also the argument about building on a floodplain and close to the bypass. There are ways around it. As a local builder of long standing, you are best placed to bring some confidence to the table over that argument.
City Weekly News, Natalie's phone.
Oh, no, it's Tony?
Speaking.
Hello, Tony, it's Kev Freeman.
Hello, mate, how's it going?
Yeah, great. Really enjoying it so far.
Awesome. Yeah, I heard you do a report, I think it was yesterday. Something about the January sales in town.
That was more of a vox pop than a report, really. Got to start me on something, I suppose.
Sounded good. Any road, what can I do for you?
I was hoping Natalie might be in the office. I've been trying to get in touch, but I haven't had anything back.
Oh no, she's not here, Kev. In fact, I haven't seen anything of her for several days. She must have taken an early leave for Christmas.
Oh, right, okay. Well, look, if you happen to see or hear from her, will you ask her to please get in touch with me?
Oh, hang on a moment. Anton?
Oh, no, it's all right. Tone, no, don't get Anton.
Kevin! What an unexpected surprise. How's it going, sunshine?
Hello, Anton. Compliments of the season.
Yes, indeed. How are things in the world of radio, then?
Yeah, really good.
I understand you're anxious to get in touch with the lovely Natalie Bennett Wright.
Not really anxious, just wanted to wish her a happy Christmas and thank her again for that smashing leaving do.
Oh dear. Well, Natalie's left the paper.
Left? Since when?
Oh, it was all very sudden. Got a better offer up in Newcastle upon Tyne, assistant editorship, would you believe?
Oh, right. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know.
My pleasure. In fact, you and I should meet up at some point, Kevin. Have a drink and a bite to eat. For old time's sake, eh?
So any idea how many are actually coming? At the last count it was around 350, Aunt Agnes.
25, did you say?
Turn the volume up.
What?
Your hearing aid, Alistair, turn it up. Oh, for goodness
Gosh, these
sake.
modern batteries, they don't last 5 minutes.
There, Uncle Alistair, I've written it down. Oh, for pity's sake, Helen, don't pander to him. He tries it on half the time.
350 what?
That's the amount of guests coming here on the 19th.
I'll have to get another blasted battery.
Oh, don't worry for now, Uncle Alistair. So, Helen, tell me about this new boss of yours. Where did you say she's from? The US of A. New York, actually. Brooklyn or somewhere like that. Made a lot of changes at your radio station, has she? Yes, well, the most major and, in my opinion, the biggest mistake is taking me off the PM show in the new year and placing me on the unholy Saturday breakfast. New broom sweeping clean, sounds like. Yes, well, sort of. Although I'm not aware of her making too many other changes so far, it has to be said. Typical of new blood. They come in all guns blazing, then it all goes out the window once they've got their feet under the table. I can't see Lisa Childs Dutton calming down any time soon.
Newcastle upon Tyne? Far enough away. Anton told you this, did he? Yeah. I tried to phone Natalie at the Weekly News and Tony Watson answered her number. Oh, isn't he the sports editor, the Liverpudlian bloke? Quite nice looking. Yeah, that's him. Said he hadn't seen her for a few days, then called Anton across, which I wish he hadn't done. Anton takes the phone, tells me about Natalie, then says he and I should meet up for a drink and a bite to eat for old time's sake. Are you going to? Oh, not a choice, no. But I might hear some more. I would tend to tread very carefully where that one's concerned if I were you. Stan and me got our own suspicions about him at the minute. The thing is, Dave, I can't work out why the likes of Tony Watson didn't know where she is. If she was leaving, then surely there would be a bit of a do, or the management would announce it to all staff, like happened with me. Yeah. So are you saying then that you don't believe she's gone to this new job? It seems very odd. She was collaborating with me on trying to find out more about this dubious liaison between Anton and Councillor Maurice Newbury. It sounds very much to me as though word of that has somehow got back to Anton, or even Maurice Newbury. Well, I can't think how. Kev, it ain't like you to be naive. How do you know you can entirely trust Natalie? Now, come on. You've got something against her. Just 'cause you think there's something between me and her, you're just jealous. Maybe naive ain't strong enough. Look, this has got nothing to do with how I may or may not feel. Natalie would only have to let it slip or tell the wrong person what you and she were planning, and that would be it. You mean Anton would want to get her out of the way? Well, seems quite logical to me. And let's face it, some people can be bought. If Anton Venables is in a position to get her transferred or put in a good word for a better job elsewhere, she's going to think it's too good an opportunity to miss. Well, it's possible, I suppose. Oh, but I don't know. Something just don't feel right about all this. More than anything, why isn't she picking up her mobile? Perhaps she just don't want to speak to you. Guilty conscience, perhaps? You got any ironing you want doing before we set off to me mum's for Christmas? Oh, Dave's done a smashing job of your decorating, isn't he?
He's a good lad. I've become very fond of him.
He thinks a lot of you too. In fact, he's very concerned about you.
Well, I know he's worried about all the plaster in this place falling down, but he needn't be concerned. I'm getting a builder on the job as soon as Christmas and New Year is over.
Oh, so you found somebody to take a look at it, have you?
Well, no, Stanley, not exactly. After all, there won't be anybody available until the New Year, I wouldn't think.
You don't know until you try. I wouldn't leave it too long if I was you.
Oh, and speaking of David and Kevin, that's them just driving off. Gone to David's mother's for Christmas, apparently.
Yes, well, actually, Christmas is something I wanted to chat to you about, Mirabelle.
What about it? Just another day to me.
You say the same every year, and you know it ain't true, 'cause we always spend it together. Now, how about doing the same again this year?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Oh, stop playing hard to get, you silly old fool.
Well, first of all, is your beloved son going to be there too?
No, he ain't. Anton's got his own plans.
In that case, Stanley, I may well accept.
Yes, I had a funny feeling you might. Cheers, Mirabelle. Happy Christmas. I rather got the impression, Jan, that you were having a bit of a go at Maurice Newbury when he was here.
Well, I have to be honest, Lionel, and say that this whole development thing has some rather large question marks hanging over it.
I think we got to give him the benefit of the doubt. All he wants is to get it all passed and give us the go-ahead.
Yeah, and at what cost? He seems a bit too ruthless to me, and dragging our Kevin into this, well, I'm none too sure.
Look, love, this could be the making of us all, including our Kevin. All right, I admit I have been uncomfortable with the fact that he prefers to live with a man and not a woman, but I suppose I just got to get over that.
And that's another question. Would his partner David be included in this offer of a house at a reduced cost?
Well, I don't know about that.
Exactly. When it comes to this whole darned Eastern development business, there are, as in the words of the song, more questions than answers, if you ask me.
Wavelengths is written and performed by Jerry Hughes. The music is by Gary Dawes.